Everybody, it's your girl Shea Marriott from Rebirth Podcast. Make sure you tune in tonight. We're going to be finishing our journey about healing, and we have the amazing Michelle Washington. So make sure you like, share, and subscribe to tonight's podcast.
Out of the ashes we will soar to a destiny we can't ignore. Heartbeats echo through the night with every dream and endless flight. Together strong, let's break the mold. Our rebirth and stories told. It's time to renew, rebuild, restore. Unlock the dreams we've been waiting for. Rise up higher, more and more. With every breath, a new dawn's roar.
Happy Monday. Welcome to Rebirth Podcast. I'm your host, Shea Marriott, and tonight joining me, my guest host.
So first of all, I have to give all the details about who I am. What an introduction. I'm sure the last guest you had, you gave the whole details about who. You know what? I don't even know why I'm here. Hello, everybody. My name is Michelle Washington, and I'm just here. I don't know how I got here again. I don't know. But anyway, hello.
You know what? Why we just can't. Oh my God. Y'all, please welcome Michelle Washington to the Rebirth Podcast.
Welcome, Michelle.
How you doing?
Well.
Good. Well, thank you for being here again.
My pleasure.
Yes, you always bring the energy. So, guys, before we get started, make sure you like, share, and subscribe. And if there's somebody that you know are on their healing journey, please share this video with them right now. I promise you, you do not want to miss this episode because we never know what's going to come out of Miss Washington's mouth tonight. So.
What's it about me? What about you?
Yeah, me too.
Okay.
You know. So how are you? How's things been going?
Things are going well.
Good.
You know, I'm super excited about life.
Mm-hmm.
I turned 52 probably last week or something. I don't know what's gonna happen.
Yes.
I'm your age now.
Oh, wow.
I'm your age now.
So welcome.
I'm good.
That's good. Happy Women's History Month, by the way.
As well.
Yes. So what do you have coming up? You have some exciting things that's brewing, and I'm excited for you to tell everybody what's going to be happening with Women of More.
So several things, but the one thing that I've been working towards for the last 5 years is Women of More TV.
Okay.
Where I always had a dream and desire to create content for females.
Okay.
And that's what we're doing. So
nice.
Actually, you know, if people want to go now to Women of More TV on YouTube, they can. The first series we're going to do is There's More to You with Michelle Washington, where I sit down and talk to individuals in regards to what it is that they do and how they receive their more. And then we have some other mini series and docu-series that we're going to do, but it's going to be super dope and I'm excited about it.
So this will be a network that's for women, right?
It's not just for women, but I'm creating it, but it's focused and geared towards women to give them a voice in regards to the different things that they do in life and just amplify the things that we do well and the things that we may be challenged with. But it's to showcase us as
and
a
that's
unified
important.
Body. Yeah,
that's very important. So what inspires you to do the work that you do with women?
That's a great question. That is a great question. Because you know why it's a great question? It's because my journey in those dark places in my life caused me to want to be a voice or an advocate for women.
Okay.
And I know I shared the last time I was on the your podcast about how I got to become a woman of more, where that came from and all those things. But the journey of breaking down, feeling less than, feeling deflated, and all those things that we go through in life caused me to want to be that advocate for women.
Why do you think it's so hard for women to understand that there is more to them?
Life. Life actually does that, because I was talking with someone recently and I was saying to them, once I got a divorce, someone recognized me and thought that divorce made me a better person or I was happy. And it wasn't that. What happened was I began to be the woman I was originally was or created to be, which caused my happiness.
Okay.
So it wasn't all of that. It was pretty much me identifying who I was.
Right.
Again.
Right. But I do find that, you know, even with working with women and with therapy, people have a hard time identifying who they are. Right. So someone that is going through a crisis or maybe going through their own healing journey and, you know, wanting to start, rather they want to start a business or I don't know, just a new outlook on life. Do you feel that if they don't know, if they have a hard time finding out who they are, their own identity, is that a block for them?
It is, because we're only going to do what we believe. We're only going to do what we know. So if I already have in my mind that this is all there is to me, or I'm feeling less than, or I'm depressed, or I have anxiety, then I'm going to operate from that position. No matter what anybody says to me, no matter what my environment says, I'm going to live my life based upon what I believe and what I know. So what I know is what I believe. Right. So if I believe that, that's what I'm going to do. So sometimes it's breaking away that narrative. That's what I had to do. I had to break away the narrative of who I thought I was and what life presented to me and what I allowed in my life. And it wasn't overnight.
Right.
It was a journey. A journey to really get into the rhythm of, okay, Michelle, you better than that. Michelle, you could do better. You're not less than. You're more than a conqueror. I start saying all these things before I even arrive to the destination of believing it.
Right.
Believing and saying that caused me to arrive to the destination a little sooner. But I had to be disciplined with all of that.
Do you mind like sharing, I guess, how, if you can remember, because I know you're 52 now, but you know I had to throw that out.
Matter of fact, before you go there, no, because the last time I was here, I didn't have any water, and I'm sure the last guest had water.
Oh, no, you didn't.
I don't understand. I don't understand.
Jen, can you grab a bottle of water, please?
I don't want it.
Can you grab a bottle of water for our guest? I'm so
okay.
sorry.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, I'm okay.
Oh my gosh.
Go ahead, Shay.
As I was saying, speaking of our last guest, we had Pastor Delisa Lewis on last Monday, and she was talking about how her healing journey. Well, she was in depression for a long period of time, and she was saying it took her like almost 3 to 4 years to really come out of that and really start focusing on herself. When you hear something like that, right? And I've shared over, you know, several episodes that I was also, when I was going through my divorce, I went through a depression for about 3 years. Nobody knew. I knew, but I was in robotic mode. Right. And I think being, you know, like Pastor Lisa, she's a pastor, and me being Rebirth, you being Woman of More, sometimes people don't realize that we go through things as well. And we do have our own healing journey as well that we go through. So there is no time frame. But at what point for you did you feel like, okay, I gotta really, like, how long were you in the storm of that feeling like I got to get out of this so I can do more. I can become the woman of more and the things that I want to do.
I don't even know the number, but I know I was there long enough to know I wasn't operating in my authentic self. It was just bad. I was miserable. I didn't enjoy waking up. I didn't enjoy you know, being a woman that people see today. I just wasn't there. So I think we have to, and I'm glad you talked about the length of time, because some people, the way we talk, we're just telling the story.
Right.
And we're just summarizing the years or the months of whatever we went through. But it takes time.
Absolutely.
But the commitment, even with Pastor Delisa and yourself, you was committed to getting out of it. And I think that if I could say anything to women, especially, be committed to getting out of it. Be committed to the daily consistency of doing whatever it is that they need to do.
Yeah. It's important, but I know that there's probably somebody watching us right now that's just like, I don't know how to do that. How do I get there? You know, how do I even get out of bed to even get to where you're saying for them to be? What would you say to that person?
So Shea, it's different for everybody, you know, so I don't want what I'm going to say be a one size fit all. You know, it's amazing to me, especially as women, we are the biggest cheerleaders for everybody in the world, man. But when it comes to us, it seems like we are weak. We tell our kids, hey, you could get up. We tell our friends, hey, you could get up, do this. We give them strategies. I'm going to say that again. We actually give our friends strategies. We give our spouses strategies, our children strategies. Hey, this is what you need to do because this. But then when it comes to us, it's like, I don't know. So the best that I could say is use the same advice you give everybody else, and apply it to yourself. So sometimes we're looking for something deep, and the deepness is just taking your own advice.
Absolutely. I agree. I think you talk a lot about community, right? And one of the things that you always say is everything that you need is in the room. And it's getting in that room. Right. We were talking last week about circles and how sometimes we have to change our circles and change the people that we're around because it's not growing. It's not, we're not getting anything from it. Right. So if you're someone that you have this circle of people that's not helping you grow and not helping you, that's not motivating you, maybe coming to, you know, an event or something like a Rebirth meetup, something like, you know, tuning into There's More to You and the morning rally that you do every Thursday morning. Those things help. And it also help you connect with like-minded people that are could be in the same boat. And you can have like, you know, a better social circle that is doing or striving for the things that you want, you know? So I think that's a good way of really meeting new people, you know, and putting yourself out there.
Absolutely.
But when you're healing, sometimes people say, what? I'm going through something right now. I'm not ready. But you say otherwise. What do you say about that?
I say that's the time when you lean in to those environments that's going to help the issue or the situation. If I'm really sick, Shea, if I'm really, really sick, and I know I need to go to the hospital, I shouldn't say, I just can't be bothered right now. You know, I just need time. I'm going to just let what I'm feeling just have its way. We don't do that. When we're feeling sick, whether it's the hospital, our primary caregiver, or whomever, if our eyes are infected, if our ears are hurting, if our knees are acting up, when we're like, you know what, I'm going to just let this pain have its way. We might do that for a moment, but when the pain is too much, when the pain is too much, we're running to the doctor. So I'm saying that if you're in a situation where the pain is there and you're isolating yourself, it's one thing to isolate to get better versus isolate and just to stay away. Because that stay away sometimes keep you locked in with the very thing you're trying to get rid of. You know? But I would say lean into it. Get in the right circles. Go to the right, it might not be circles, it might be a person. And that person may be a therapist. That person may be a pastor. That person may be your parents, whomever you know that you 1000% transparent with, you know, that's going to help you cross over.
That vulnerability. someone that you could be really vulnerable with,
Mm-hmm.
right? And they're not going to judge you, because some people struggle with talking to other people because of fear of judgment,
Mm-hmm.
right? Especially someone that could be like maybe in a leadership position
Mm-hmm.
where people do look up to them. It's just like,
Yeah.
no, we're human too,
Well, Shay, let's do
right?
this. Let's do this because you and I, we do
Mhm.
this, and I think when we're transparent with each other in
Mhm.
regards to different things that happen,
Mhm.
um, we even said, I'm not going to speak for you, but because we perceived each other a certain way,
Mhm.
it took time for us to say, "Hey,
Mhm.
look, this is happening,
Yeah.
and I need your advice on that."
Yeah.
But once we
Yeah.
got over that hurdle,
Mhm.
as women in leadership,
Right.
as
Right.
women with our own platforms and doing
Mhm.
different things,
Mhm.
when we're able to talk, we're just talking.
Just talking.
But
Yeah.
again, you have to find that person.
Yeah.
One, find that person, be led to that person. Number two, when you do find yourself with a person you can be transparent with, you have to trust
Mhm.
in the relationship that, yes, I can be transparent. Yes, it's going to stay here. I'm not going to be looked upon a certain way.
Mhm.
Everything is
Mhm.
everything.
Yeah. Yeah.
But that takes trust.
It takes trust. Yep. It takes trust. It takes a level of vulnerability.
Mhm.
And it's powerful when it happens.
Yeah, it
It's so
is.
much beauty in it.
Yep.
You
But
know?
why?
It is beauty.
Why?
Well, for me, I think because it's that connection
Mhm.
of no matter what you do, no matter what I do,
Mhm.
you know, no matter what color our skin is or
Mhm.
whatever, we all go through the same things. It could be different times. It may look a little different,
Yeah.
but we find connection
Mhm.
through that, through
Yeah.
healing. We find connection through healing. So
Yeah.
for me, that's what it is. What about
Mhm.
for yourself?
I agree. And when we have those moments, what do we do after it happens? We be like, I needed that.
Yeah. Well, we'll hug and start laughing and move right on
Yep,
to the next.
move to the next thing. Like, I needed that
Yeah,
so bad.
yeah. And that's the thing, because sometimes that's all it is.
That's all.
That's all it is. You might just need a girls' night, come over, hang out, and y'all just sit back, kick it, and laugh. You might not even talk about what's going on. But
Yep.
sometimes just being next to the person and being or sharing space with that is also healing.
Yes.
You know?
Yes.
Because I'm gonna be honest with you.
Uh-huh.
And I believe you know this about me, because you will say, friend, how can I support you in it?
Yes.
You know, what is it that you need from me? That's what you will say.
Mm-hmm.
When I do open up and when I do talk, I don't want the person to fix it all the time.
Right.
And
Right.
I think sometimes maybe and maybe this is something that you can chime in with me as well.
Mm-hmm.
And I should have asked Pastor Delisa as this last week.
Mm-hmm.
But I think that because you're in a leadership role,
Mm-hmm.
sometimes people are not used to you feeling low or feeling
Mm-hmm.
heavy.
Mm-hmm.
So if you do open up or say something or do share something, then it's just like, okay, I got to help them out now because they came to me or they're talking to me. I got to fix it or I got to help them. And sometimes it's not that. I don't need you to fix it. I don't need you to do anything different, but just be.
Yeah.
And just share space,
Yeah.
you know? But I also think too, that's why it's important to identify who you can be vulnerable with.
Absolutely.
So that won't happen.
Right. Because you're not going to be vulnerable. Even with your friends, you have to determine what friend can handle the level of whatever you're going through, because it's unfair to even put on what you're going through on a friend that doesn't have the capacity to even help you. You know, it could be to that particular friend, you say, you know what, I just need to go out and have some dinner. And that's all it is.
Yeah.
But then the other friend, listen, I've been going through this, you know, but you have to identify. And that's the other thing. That's a whole nother podcast. But you have to understand and identify those people that can handle the load that you're going through. And I think I said this last time, the reason why I don't try to fix when you share with me certain things, because I understand who you are.
Right.
I understand the role that I play in your life. Sometimes it's just me listening Me saying, Shay, I got you. I'm praying for you. If you need me for anything, let me know.
Yeah.
But if I'm trying to give you answers to something you just sharing, you just talking your talk.
Just talking.
And the thing I think, because I have that, not issue, but I'm like that too sometimes. I think we don't want answers. This is
don't start.
Fred, listen, because it's downloading when I'm talking.
Right.
The reason why we don't want answers because we already know what to do.
We already know it. Yeah. We just want to fit.
Not that serious, man. If I could look, Shay,
that's true. That's true.
I can ask you that I don't know already.
Right.
It's just a matter of saying, hey, you know what? This, that, and the other.
Yeah.
Like, you know what? I'm with you.
Yeah.
But if you do say something that is contrary to what I know you to be, like, Shay, that thing.
Right.
It.
Yep.
That's when I'll say something. If you going
a little less,
like, Shay, chill out, man. That's not it, man.
Go get some rest. We'll talk about
go lay down
later.
somewhere. Go lay down somewhere.
Yes. It's part, and I want you to. I would want you to do that, right? There's just certain people that you really kind of give that permission, to do. Like I give you permission to do that. I give you permission to check me, and because it's important, because sometimes we do need that.
Yeah,
we do need that. So morning rally. So that I spent the 2 years.
You're no longer going to the morning
rally. I spent
rally.
2 years in a morning rally. Okay, so I just want to put that out there.
What you needed.
I got a lot from it. I did. I really did. And honestly, that's what caused me to really move with Rebirth the way that I did, in the direction that I did.
Can you give me a testimonial eventually for the morning rally?
I sure can.
Okay.
Yeah, absolutely.
This is being recorded. Go ahead.
Okay, I know it says recorded. It's recorded. Yes. Just let me know whenever you want it. Yes. So let's talk about the morning rally a little bit, because again, you don't have to be completely healed to go after what it is that you want to do. And you work with a lot of female entrepreneurs. So can you talk about that a little bit?
Yes. The morning rally or moving into
both. Start with the morning rally.
The morning rally is, we meet every Thursday morning at 7 a.m. via Zoom. We're super duper excited about it. Jen, I promise you right now, if you don't chill out, Shay, I'm doing my best, Jen. If you don't calm down.
Shout out to Jen Marshall, our producer tonight.
What does she want from me? Gee whiz.
Oh God, we gotta love it.
The morning rally is every Thursday at 7 a.m. via Zoom, man. Gee whiz. And we're not cutting this out at all. This is live,
right?
And uncut.
That's right.
So we meet every Thursday morning, 7 a.m. to go over different strategies for our personal life and business.
Yeah.
And the foundation is biblical strategies. And there are so many business strategies in the Bible and the different stories that we just take out and we begin to use in our life and in our business. And it's super amazing. We have women from Delaware, Philly, Jersey, Atlanta, Texas, California sometimes, but the time difference doesn't allow it all the time. But it's just growing. And I'm really, really excited about it. But on the other part of your question is in regards to being completely healed to do anything. And you don't have to be completely healed, because I think it's a journey of healing.
Right.
And I have to take this principle from my favorite character in the Bible. She began to move, the woman with the issue of blood, she began to move while she still had evidence of brokenness. She was moving while she had evidence of her issue. So it's the same thing.
Yeah.
I began to move in the direction that I knew God was leading me when I still was feeling less than.
Right. Right.
But the goal for her was, if I get to a destination, I know my life will be changed. It's the same thing with me. If I know, if I continue to be consistent, if I continue to be disciplined, if I could continue to walk by faith, if I keep doing all the things that I need to do, I'm going to eventually reach the destination of healing that particular scar or that particular issue in my life, so I can move. The Bible said to her, the Bible says that Jesus said to her, he said, your faith has made you whole. One translation says, and you're permanently healed from that. Permanently. That means that she can't go back to, good night, I'm getting ready to throw myself on the floor.
I know you.
He said, you're permanently healed. So sometimes I think life does it sometimes, or situation calls us to think we're going backwards to something. I can't go back to the woman I used to be, the broken woman, because I'm permanently healed. Can somebody put permanently in the comments?
I know that's right.
I'm permanently healed from that. So I'm only delivered, and that's another thing, but being delivered and set free is two different things, right? So God delivered me from my issues, but God also wanted to set me free from the issues. I could be delivered, I could come out of it, but I needed to be free in my mind, free in my emotions. And God wants to do both for us. He wants us to be delivered. Because if I'm free from it, when it tries to arise in my life, I'm like, all right, then I don't know. You know, the power of it is no longer in control. Because I'm free from it.
Exactly.
You know?
Exactly.
So again, to all the women that are watching now, it is a journey. And I know sometimes that could be just a cliche, but it is a journey. But not just a verbal journey, it's a workout journey. You're actually working out, trying to move from where you are to where you ultimately want to be.
Absolutely. That's good, Michelle. That's really good. And I love the fact that you're able to take the Bible and look at it and pull business strategies from it, right? Because you know what I'm saying? Like, what even caused you to even look at it from that perspective?
So because my life is business, this is what I say, and I'm not even trying to be spiritual or deep dumb or anything like that, but if that's my focus, when I read the Bible, I'm like, God, you know, this is where I am. I'm trying to figure out business, how to lead, how to do different things. I'm in marketing. God, show me how you carried the message to the people. How did you move with a team? Why did this person do that in that situation in order to get there? So I'm constantly looking at the Bible from that perspective, because that's where I am. When I was going through from getting divorced and becoming who I am today, my eyes was fixed differently because I needed the word to be good night. I needed the word to do a different work in me then than what it's doing for me now. So that's the way. That's the way I'm able to get the principles and strategies in a business sense from the Bible.
That's pretty dope.
Yeah.
I like that. So in wrapping up,
we already done?
One of the
I'm sure that this last podcast was about an hour and 30 minutes. You know what? The disrespect every time I come on this doggone podcast, it is something. It is something. Let the record show that it is something. It's my mic hot? I hope they can hear me, because I don't know what Chin is doing. My camera almost broke. I'm telling you, if that would have happened, I would have stopped this. I would have stopped it. You know, like, okay, we done.
It was not, friend. It was not.
Right,
that means
well, your intro took about 15 minutes, so like,
who brought us that?
Come on.
That's what happens with 52.
I reckon.
So,
where's my women of more box?
In closing, it is right here.
Oh,
it's over here. Oh my God.
Come on. Look.
can't with
Shay,
her.
please hurry up.
In closing, Michelle Washington, the state of the world.
Yes.
That coming to an end.
Mm-hmm.
Some say that this is his way of bringing people together, families together, community together. What do you say about what's happening right now in 2025? We're only a little bit over a month in.
Yeah.
But people are really, really struggling, and people are scared.
Mm-hmm. I can't live the life of being scared, because I believe that God is always in control. God is always trying to get our attention. It's just not 2025. God was trying to get our attention last year and the year before that. He's always trying to get us close to him. And I don't have any fear, because I believe that we're living out what he said. So I have to get my mind fixed on what do Michelle need to do that God told her to do. Trust in the Lord, live out my faith. I don't have any fear. I can't say I'm a believer and say, you know what, I'm scared. And to those that are, no judgment. No judgment at all. But I can't take on the world's message of being scared or things. God is coming back. It's all coming together, but I can't focus and keep looking up in the sky. As the Bible tells us, I have to do the work of the Lord. The work of the Lord is in this industry, that the gifts that he gave me, I have to put them to use. Because if I'm so scared, I'm not doing anything with what he gave me. So I'll challenge the people that are watching now. Yes, you should be concerned. Yes, you should be aware. Yes, you should use wisdom in everything that you do. But God always want to get your attention. He's always, and he's not trying to get your attention in a negative way. He wants to fellowship with you. I'll tell you this. The Bible says, he said that he's standing at the door and he's knocking, almost like the doorbell that I hear now, that he's at the door knocking. He said, anybody that hears the door or hears me, he said, you allow me in, I'll come where you are and I'll sit where you are. So to all that are watching, God wants to come and sit at your table. He wants to be exactly where you are. He doesn't want you to live in fear. He doesn't want you to live in doubt. He wants to be where you are. He loves and cares for you so very much. So there's no fear. For me, I'm busy doing the work of the Lord. I'm busy in my business and marketing, producing, and all of that because it's needed.
Thank you so much.
I guess that's the end.
I appreciate that. But if you guys notice, even from the interview last week, the interview tonight, and I'm also going to say that too, is your healing actually starts with having a relationship with God.
Absolutely. That's
and
good.
That's important.
That's good.
Your healing starts with having a relationship with God. And if you don't have a relationship with God, I'm telling you, if you need one now. You need one today. You need one right now in this moment. And it's very easy to do that because you can say the sinner's prayer wherever you are.
Absolutely.
No matter where you are.
Ahead,
you don't
Minister
have to be
Shea.
in church to ask God for forgiveness or anything like that. But it's really time to get that relationship with God. Don't wait until the next incident, the next crisis, the next thing to happen. Good. Because we do that, right? We'll say, oh God, if you get me through this, I promise, right? Stop bargaining with God, because one day it's going to run out. It's going to run out. So if you don't have a relationship with God, it's time to build one with him now and in this moment. So thank you, Michelle. I appreciate you.
It was my pleasure. I super enjoyed this conversation with so much noise in the background. So I don't know what's been going on. I don't know if my mic is hot. I'm not sure what this is going to turn out to be. But I'm rooting for you, Shay. I'm proud of you, honey. You're doing the doggone thing. I can't wait for you to come on There's More to You.
Yes, can we put that back up on the screen so people know?
Yep.
Congratulations. I'm so excited for you.
I'm doing the doggone thing,
man.
you
are. Yes, you are. Women of More TV. Y'all check it out on YouTube. Go subscribe to it right now. That way you will get alerts every time there's something dropping. So I promise you will not regret it. And it's definitely going to be healing and beneficial to your own healing journey. So again, thank you again.
My pleasure.
I appreciate you. Thank you guys for tuning in. Again, we're here every Monday night. Please make sure you follow us on all social media platforms at Rebirth You Podcast. Thank you. Have a blessed evening. Until next Monday.